My beloved child, do not leave. Do not close this video. Do not let another minute pass before you listen to the words I am about to say. Because I have waited for this exact moment. I did not let you see this message by chance. I did not accidentally let you stop here. I led you here. I called your name. And now, I am speaking directly to you. Listen very carefully. There is a reason I will not let you continue your day before hearing these words. There is something I need to prepare in your heart. There is something I need you to see before you walk on. Do not think this is just an ordinary message. Do not think this is just a video like any other. If I have interrupted your day, it is because I love you too much to let you continue walking without hearing my voice. My child, I know what is weighing heavy on your heart. I know you are tired of the numbers. I know the expenses are causing you to lose sleep. I know the pressure of having to earn enough money. I know the worry when looking at tomorrow. I know the feeling of helplessness when you have tried so hard, but everything still hasn't changed as you expected. I know. I have seen. I have always been there. There are nights you lie awake, asking yourself if you still have enough strength to keep going. There are mornings you wake up, take a deep breath, and then continue to bear your responsibilities. Even though your heart is full of anxiety, you do not tell anyone. But I know, not a single moment have you had to fight alone without my witnessing it. That is the reason I am calling you today. Not to make you afraid, not to promise you a shortcut, but to stop you from making decisions simply because pressure is surrounding you. Listen to me. There are times lack makes you think you must grab any opportunity that appears. There are times fear makes you want to control everything yourself. There are times you just wish everything would end very quickly. But it is exactly in those moments that you need to hear my voice more than ever. Because what your eyes see is not the whole truth. I see what you haven't seen. I know what you do not know. I know which path will lead you to peace. I also know which path only promises immediate ease, but will cause your heart to hurt later on. Therefore, do not rush. Do not act just out of fear. Do not let financial pressure become the loudest voice in your life. Let my voice lead the way. My child, perhaps you are thinking what you need most right now is money. But I want to reveal to you something deeper. Because before I change how you look at what you have, I want to change how you look at me. When you truly realize that I am a faithful God, fear will no longer rule your heart as before. And when your heart is no longer ruled by fear, you will begin to recognize the things I have silently prepared for you for a very long time. Do not leave. I still haven't finished speaking. What I am about to reveal next will help you understand why some doors have not opened, why some prayers are still waiting, and why, right in this season of pressure, I am still caring for, guiding, and providing for you in ways you have never realized. Stay with me, because today is not a day I want you to walk in fear. Today is a day I want you to start walking in trust. My beloved child, now I want you to stop thinking about everything around you and just listen to me. Do not let your mind run to unpaid bills. Do not let worries about work intrude on this conversation. Do not let the voice of fear be louder than my voice. Because I know what is happening in your life. I know more than you have ever told anyone. I know there are times you look into your wallet and quietly sigh. I know there are times you open your bank account just hoping the number will be better. But then your heart grows heavier. I know the feeling when the phone rings. You fear it's an expense to be paid, a debt due, or news you are not ready to face. I know. I have seen it all. I see the nights you lie awake, calculating over and over again. If I pay this, will there be enough for that? If I help a loved one, will I be lacking? If I try a little harder, will things get better? You keep calculating and calculating, but the more you calculate, the more anxious your heart becomes. I was there. There are nights no one hears you sigh, but I hear. There are tears you wipe away very quickly because you do not want anyone to know you are weak. But I see. There are times you smile in front of everyone as if everything is fine. But when you are all alone, you ask yourself if you still have enough strength to continue. I know. I have never taken my eyes off you. My child, I know you are not a lazy person. You have tried. You have woken up early. You have worked overtime. You have sacrificed your resting time. You have given up many things you love. You have endured pressure that very few people understand. But then there are days. It seems all your efforts still haven't brought the results you expect. That makes you start to doubt yourself. You ask yourself, am I not good enough? Has God forgotten me? Have all the doors closed? My child, do not let those questions become the final voice in your heart, because I know the truth you have not seen. I know every footstep you have taken. I know every time you chose honesty over deceit. I know every time you refused a wrong thing, even if it seemed it would make things easier for you. I know every time you silently prayed before making a decision. None of that is forgotten by me. My child, what breaks my heart is not that you are in need. What breaks my heart is that you begin to think your value is determined by what you have. You look at others buying a house. You look at others changing cars. You look at others succeeding very quickly. Then you bow your head and think you are a failure. But I have never compared you to anyone. I do not write your story using someone else's life. I am writing a unique journey, a journey in which what I care about is not only what you will receive, but also who you will become. There are people who have a lot of money but no peace. There are people who have everything they desire but lose their families. There are people who achieve success but let their souls run dry. I do not want that for you. I want to give you much more than what money can buy. I want to give you a trusting heart, a mind guarded in peace, a faith that does not collapse when circumstances change, a wisdom to walk on the right path. My child, I know there are times you asked, Lord, why do I pray yet everything is still difficult? Lord, why do I try but it is still not enough? Lord, do you still remember me? Today, I want you to hear me answer. I remember you. I always remember you. Not a single day do I stop watching over you. Not a single sincere prayer of yours falls to the ground without my hearing it. Not a single tear of yours is meaningless before me. If today I let you hear these words, it is because I want to pull your eyes away from fear to focus on my faithfulness. I know you are tired. I know you have fought for too long. I know there are times you just want to give up, but do not let go of my hand. Do not let pressure make you think I have abandoned you, because even when you do not see it, I am still working. Even when all doors seem silent, I am still preparing what you cannot yet see. Even when you feel you are walking slower than everyone else, I am still guiding every step you take. My child, stay with me. I still haven't finished speaking. What I am about to reveal next will help you understand why some prayers seem unanswered, why some doors have closed, and why, right in these silent spaces, I am still silently preparing, guiding, and preserving you with a love that never changes. My beloved child, there is a question I have heard from your heart more times than you think. Perhaps you have never spoken it aloud. Perhaps you only kept it inside every time a prayer seemed to have no answer. Lord, are you still here? I am here. I am always here. Not a single day have I taken my eyes off you. Not a single footstep of yours goes unknown to me. Not a single night you cried alone when I was not by your side. But I know why you feel that way. Because when you pray about finances, everything seems to remain the same. The bills are still there. The responsibilities are still there. The pressures haven't disappeared. You look around and ask yourself, if God is acting, why haven't I seen it yet? My child, that is what I want you to understand today. Not everything I do can be seen immediately. The builder, laying the foundation for a house, spends a lot of time in a place no one sees. Passers-by only see an empty lot. They think nothing is happening. But deep beneath the ground, the foundation is being laid. If the foundation is weak, the house will not stand firm. If the foundation is solid, the house will be able to withstand the storms. I am doing the same in your life. Before changing what is in your hand, I often begin with what is in your heart. Because if I only change circumstances without renewing the heart, you might receive what you desire but lose something far more precious. My child, look back at previous seasons in your life. How many things did you not understand then? How many closed doors made you cry? How many broken plans made you think all hope was gone? But then time passed. You look back, and you realize that if some things had happened according to your will back then, perhaps today you would be walking on a completely different path. That was not because I wanted to take away good things from you. That was because I saw what you could not yet see. You only see today. I see the entire journey. You only see an opportunity. I see the final destination that opportunity will lead you to. There are doors that look like the answer to your prayers, but I know behind that door is a trade-off you haven't realized. There are jobs promising a higher income, but that will take away your peace, your faithfulness, or the things I am building within you. There are financial decisions bringing immediate benefits but sowing seeds of insecurity and dependency. There are shortcuts the world calls smart, but that ultimately leave your soul exhausted. Therefore, when I close a door, do not be quick to think, I am rejecting you. It is very likely I am protecting you. When I tell you to wait, do not think I have forgotten you. It is very likely I am preparing something good according to my timing. My child, I know waiting is not easy, especially when you have to care for your family, when you have to pay the bills that are due, when you see immediate needs but haven't seen the solution. I do not take those things lightly. I know they are real. I know that pressure is real, but I do not want pressure to become the counselor for every one of your decisions. Let wisdom lead you. Let my word lead you. Let the peace I give preserve your heart before you take the next step, because decisions made out of panic often leave lasting wounds. But decisions placed in prayer and seeking me will help you walk with a firmer heart, even when the road ahead still holds many unclear things. My child, perhaps what I'm doing today is not taking you out of every difficulty immediately. Perhaps what I am doing is being with you amidst that difficulty. Perhaps I am teaching you to distinguish between what you truly need and what you merely want. Perhaps I am teaching you to know that peace does not come from every problem being solved, but from knowing you are not walking alone. If today you still have many questions, I do not blame you, but I invite you to change your question. Instead of just asking, "Lord, why hasn't this changed yet?" Try asking, "Lord, what are you wanting to teach me in this season?" There are lessons only learned while waiting. There are depths of faith only formed when you continue to trust despite not seeing the answer. There are testimonies that do not begin with abundance. They begin with a faithful heart in small things. If your heart is being touched right now, whisper to me, "Lord, I do not fully understand your ways, but please help me not to let silence make me doubt your love. Please grant me wisdom, peace, and then trust so I can walk every day in your guidance." My beloved child, do not leave. I still haven't finished speaking. What I am about to reveal next will help you view money through new eyes. You will see that my provision is not only measured by what you receive, but also by wisdom, peace. The doors I open at the right time, and the doors I close out of love for you. And precisely when you realize that, you will begin to step into a life freer from worry, learning to trust me in all circumstances. My beloved child, now, let me ask you a question. If today all your financial difficulties were solved, but your heart was still full of anxiety, would you truly be at peace? Think about that, because I know a secret that very many people never realize. There are people who have very little but sleep very peacefully. There are also people who have a great deal but live in fear every night. They fear losing. They fear lack. They fear the future. They fear that what they have will no longer remain. That shows that peace is not born from the amount of money you possess. Peace is born when your heart knows it is in my hands. My child, I do not condemn you when you pray about finances. I know you have real responsibilities. I know you must care for your family. I know you want to live a useful life. I know you want to work with your own two hands. That is a good thing, but I want you to be careful. Do not let a good thing become what rules your life. There comes a point in life when you begin to wake up with your first thought being money. You work for money. You worry because of money. You lose sleep because of money. You measure your value by money. And then, money is no longer serving you, you are serving money. That is not freedom. That is an invisible chain. I did not create you to live like that. I created you to walk in the freedom of those who know that their Heavenly Father is still caring for them. My child, I know the world always tells you, you must have more. You must be faster. You must be more successful than others. You must prove your worth. Day by day, you hear those voices. Then gradually, you begin to believe that if you do not meet those standards, you are a failure. But listen to me. Your value does not lie in your salary. Your value does not lie in the house you live in. Your value does not lie in the car you drive. Your value is not determined by your bank account. Your value is determined by the love I have had for you since before you were born. You are my beloved child. That has never changed, even when your pockets are full, or when your pockets are empty. I still love you exactly the same. My child, there is something I want to heal today. That is the fear of lack. That fear not only takes away your joy, it also steals your ability to see the good things I am doing. When your heart is full of worry, you only see what you do not have. You forget what you do have. You forget that I still give you breath, health to work, wisdom to learn, people who love you, and the small opportunities you often take for granted. My grace does not only appear in grand things, it is also present in every small thing, every day. My child, I want to teach you gratitude, not because every problem is solved, but because a grateful heart will see what a complaining heart never sees. When you are grateful, you will realize I am still working. When you are grateful, you will realize I have never abandoned you. When you are grateful, your heart will be freed from envy and comparison, because you will understand that I have a unique journey for you. My child, do not chase after things I have not told you to pursue. Do not hastily grab every opportunity just because others say it's the fastest route. Not everything that generates profit is the right thing. Not everything that brings more money is what I want for you. There are decisions that bring immediate benefit but cause you to lose your honesty. There are opportunities that help you earn more but make you trade away your peace, your family, or your relationship with me. If you have to lose your soul to keep something, that price is too high. I want you to be rich in faith, rich in love, rich in faithfulness, and rich in wisdom. If I entrust you with more material wealth, I want you to have a heart mature enough to use it correctly. That is why I always care about who you are before I care about what I place in your hands. My child, have you ever wondered why I emphasize faithfulness in small things? Because it is those very small things that reveal what is in your heart. If today you are honest when no one is looking, if today you manage what you have with gratitude, if today you know how to share when you can, if today you work with your whole heart, if today you seek me before seeking your own benefit, then day by day, I am building a solid foundation within you. I am not in a hurry. I am not pressured by your clock. I am preparing good things according to my wisdom. Therefore, do not underestimate ordinary days. It is precisely in the days where nothing stands out that I am silently forming your character. My child, perhaps today you are still asking me to open a new door. I hear that prayer, but before you step through that door, I want to be certain you will not lose yourself upon entering. I want that when you receive more, you remain humble. When you are more successful, you still know how to give thanks. When you have more opportunities, you still seek my will first. That is, wealth no circumstance can take away. If your heart is being touched right now, whisper to me, Lord, please change my heart before changing my circumstances. Please teach me to use what you entrust with faithfulness, wisdom, and gratitude. Please do not let fear control my decisions, but let your peace and your word guide every step I take. My beloved child, do not leave. I still haven't finished speaking. What I am about to teach you next might be the most important lesson about provision, because you will discover that true abundance does not start from a wallet. It starts from a heart completely trusting the Heavenly Father. And when that heart is built up, you will learn to walk in peace, whether in a season of sowing or a season of reaping, because you know the one who holds all things is always with you. My beloved child, draw closer to me. Do not just listen with your ears. Listen with your heart. Because what I am about to say will not only change how you view money, it will change how you live. My child, there is one thing that many people spend their whole lives pursuing but ultimately never find. That is peace of mind. They think that if they just earn a little more, they will be at peace. Just have a little more savings. Just get a better job. Just reach the next goal. But then when they achieve it, the worry shifts to something else. Because if peace is built on things that are always changing, it will always be fragile. I do not want you to live like that. I want to give you a peace that does not depend on whether you have much or little today. A peace built on the foundation that your Father is still holding tomorrow. My child, learn to distinguish between needs and fears. There are things you truly need. I know. I do not take them lightly. But there are also many things you chase after simply because you fear falling behind others. You fear being judged. You fear being seen as a failure. You fear not measuring up. That fear exhausts you more than the work you are doing. Do not let the world decide what is enough for you. Let me teach you what is enough. Contentment does not mean giving up effort. Contentment is not letting greed control your heart. Contentment is giving thanks while still working diligently. Contentment is not trading your integrity for short-term gains. That is freedom. My child, I also want you to learn another lesson. Do not let the lack of today make you doubt my faithfulness. Look back at the journey you have walked. Were there not times you thought you couldn't make it through? Were there not seasons you thought all doors had closed? Yet today, you are still here. You still have breath. You still have the chance to start over. You can still pray. You can still hope. Is that not proof that I have never abandoned you? My child, I do not want you to work just out of fear of poverty. I want you to work like someone entrusted by me. Work with your whole heart. Be honest even when no one is looking. Keep your promises. Treat others fairly. Know how to speak the truth even when it disadvantages you. Do not think I do not see. I see. I see every choice of yours. I see every time you refuse what is wrong. I see every time you decide to do what is right even when it brings no immediate benefit. No faithfulness is meaningless before me. There are seeds sown very silently, but at the right season, they will bear fruit according to my timing. My child, do not let your heart be imprisoned by comparison. That is one of the most subtle traps. You open your phone. You see others succeeding. You see the trips, the houses, the cars, the achievements. And then you start to think, why don't I have that? Why is my life moving slower? But you do not know the stories behind those pictures. Nor do you know the journey I am writing for you. Do not use the first chapter of your life to compare with someone else's chapter. I never love you less because you have less. My love does not change based on what you possess. My child, there is one thing I deeply hope you remember. Money is a good servant, but a very bad master. Do not let money lead your decisions. Let wisdom lead. Do not let profit become the only standard. Let your conscience be illuminated by my word. Do not just ask, will this bring more money? Learn to ask, will this please God? Will this help me live more faithfully? Will this bring peace to my heart? There are decisions that at first glance seem like a loss, but they preserve your soul. And there are decisions that seem profitable, but ultimately only leave a void in the heart. My child, I do not want you to become someone who only prays when facing difficulty. I want you to learn to converse with me every day. Invite me into your work. Invite me into your plans. Invite me into every financial decision. Before signing a contract, before borrowing, before investing, before changing jobs, before making an important decision, stop. Ask me, not because I want to control you, but because I love you. I see what you haven't seen. I know what you do not know. And I always want to lead you in wisdom, my child. Perhaps today, you still do not have all the things you desire, but you can choose to become someone faithful with the things you currently have. If today you manage small things well, if today you live with gratitude, if today you maintain your integrity under pressure, if today you continue doing what is right even when no one acknowledges it, then your heart is growing stronger every day. That is what I am building. That is a treasure no one can take away. If your heart is settling right now, pray with me. Lord, please teach me to place my trust in you rather than in what I possess. Please grant me the wisdom to manage what you entrust to me. Please help me work with faithfulness, live with gratitude, and make decisions that reflect your love and truth. Whatever my circumstances today, please keep my heart in the peace that only you can give. My beloved child, I still have one very important thing I want you to see. In the Bible, there were people who walked through lack. There were people who had to wait a very long time. There were people who faced needs beyond their abilities. But when they learned to place their trust in me and walk in obedience, they realized that the most precious thing was not the wealth they acquired, but experiencing my faithfulness throughout the journey. Stay with me. What I will tell you next will help you see that from the first pages of the Bible until today, I am still the faithful God, the one who clearly knows your needs and always journeys with those who seek me with all their hearts. My beloved child, do not just look at your circumstances today. Look at what I have done from generation to generation. Because when you remember my faithfulness in the Bible, your faith will become stronger than your fear. My child, I want you to remember someone you are very familiar with, Joseph. Perhaps when thinking of Joseph, you often remember the high position he achieved later on. But I want you to look at the years before that. Joseph did not start out in a palace. He started in loss, sold by his own brothers, taken to a foreign land, falsely accused, forgotten in a dark dungeon. If you only look with human eyes, you would think everything was going in the wrong direction. But I never left Joseph. Even when others betrayed Joseph, I was there. Even when the prison doors closed, I was still there. Even when no one remembered Joseph anymore, I still remembered. What I was doing was not just preparing a position. I was preparing a person, my child. Perhaps today you are also in a season where all your efforts seem unrecognized. You work hard. You live uprightly. You pray, but opportunities still seem out of reach. Do not be quick to think those years are meaningless. I never waste any season of your life, even when you do not see the results yet. I am still building something in your heart that no one can take away. Remember Joseph, not because I promise you will have the exact same outcome, but because I want you to know that I am still faithful in the seasons you thought you were forgotten. My child, now remember the widow of Zarephath. She only had a handful of flour and a little oil. By human calculation, that was the end. She was preparing for her final meal. She didn't see a future. She only saw lack. But amidst that circumstance, she chose to trust and obey my word. What I want you to learn from that story is not waiting for a miracle according to your own will. What I want you to learn is an obedient heart even when you haven't seen the whole answer. Faith often begins with a small step of obedience. Sometimes it is being faithful in today's work. Sometimes it is continuing to pray though you haven't seen results. Sometimes it is keeping your integrity when others choose shortcuts. Sometimes it is knowing how to share even when you think you don't have much. That is how I teach you to walk with me. My child, look at the 5,000 sitting on the hillside. They were hungry. The disciples saw the lack. They only saw 5 loaves and 2 fish. In their eyes, that was not enough. But before distributing, I offered thanks. Did you notice that? I gave thanks before everyone saw what was going to happen. I taught the disciples that gratitude precedes distribution. My child, how many times have you only stared at what you don't have and forgotten to give thanks for what I have provided? How many times have you thought you are too small to do any good? Do not underestimate the things I have placed in your hands today. A small opportunity, a job, a skill, a good relationship, an open door for learning, a new day. I can use those small things in ways beyond what you imagine. Not because they are big, because I am a faithful God. My child, now I want you to remember Peter. After a night of fishing and catching nothing, he returned empty-handed. He was tired. He was disappointed. He had done everything he knew to do, but the result was still 0. Have you ever been like that? You have tried. You have labored. You have studied. You have prayed. But it seems the results are still not proportional. At that time, I told Peter to row out into deep water and let down the nets once more. The memorable thing is not the amount of fish. The memorable thing is that Peter chose to obey even though he didn't understand. My child, I am not telling you to copy Peter's exact circumstance. I invite you to learn his heart. A heart that still listens to me after a night of failure. A heart that does not let discouragement close its ears to my call. A heart ready to step forward in trust. That is mature faith. That is what I am building within you. My beloved child, do you notice the common thread in these stories? Joseph, the widow of Zarephath, Peter, they did not know everything that would happen in advance. They also faced lack, waiting, and question, but they learned to place their trust in me amidst the journey. And it was precisely on that journey that they experienced my faithfulness. My child, what I hope you carry with you today is not a formula for achieving abundance. What I want you to carry is a conviction that I am still the unchanging God. I still see your needs. I still listen to your prayers. I still guide those who seek me with all their hearts. I still grant wisdom to those who ask. I am still with you in the season of sowing as well as in the season of reaping. If your heart is being touched, say to me, Lord, please let me remember your faithfulness whenever I face worry. Please help me learn to trust and obey like those who went before me, so that no matter the circumstances, my heart may stand firm in you. My beloved child, I still haven't finished speaking. We have looked back together at what I have done. Now I want you to respond, not with fear, not with worry, but with a decision of faith. What I am about to say in the final minutes could become the starting point for a new way of living, a life no longer controlled by money, but guided by my presence. wisdom, and never-changing love. My beloved child, you have stayed with me until now. That tells me one thing. Deep in your heart, there is still hope. Perhaps that hope is only a very small spark. Perhaps after all the disappointments, you are no longer as strong as before. Perhaps you are too tired of trying, but you are still here. And I know that is not a coincidence. Now, I do not want you to just listen to me. I want you to respond, not with a promise to others, not to prove anything, but with a very personal decision between you and me. Decide that, from today, you will no longer let fear lead your decisions. I know that is not easy, because fear often speaks very loudly. It whispers to you, you won't be enough, you will fail, you will lose everything. You have to save yourself. But my voice is different. I do not lead you with panic. I lead you with peace. When I guide you, I do not push. I do not make you panic. I invite, illuminate. I grant wisdom, my child. There is one thing I want you to hand back to me today. That is the burden of having to carry everything yourself. I know you always want to be a responsible person. You want to care for your family. You want to finish your work. You want to pay off all the debts you are carrying. You want to live uprightly. Those desires are all good. But when you think that everything depends solely on your own strength, you will gradually lose your peace. You will wake up with worry. You will go to sleep under pressure. You will carry in your heart the feeling that just because you stop trying for a moment, everything will collapse. My child, you were not created to live like that. I do not tell you to stop working. I do not tell you to stop trying. I teach you to work with all faithfulness. Then learn to hand the results over to me. That is faith. Faith does not replace diligence. Faith changes how you carry that diligence. You work, but not in despair. You plan, but are not controlled by fear. You save, but do not let your heart be bound by anxiety. You strive to grow, but do not trade away your integrity. That is the path I want you to walk. My child, if today you are facing an important decision regarding work or finances, do not let pressure force you to choose too quickly. Take time to pray. Seek wisdom. Ask me for illumination. There are doors that look very attractive, but not every door is right for you. There are offers that sound very promising, but not every offer brings peace. I do not want you to only ask, how much will I receive? I want you to learn to ask, will this help me live closer to you? Will this help me maintain faithfulness? Will this reflect your love and truth? My child. Now, place your hand over your heart. Do not think about tomorrow. Do not think about the money you still lack. Do not think about the things that make you afraid. Think only of me. I am here. I am not rushing to leave you, nor am I turning my back on you. If you feel I am touching your heart, speak to me in your own words. Or if you do not know what to say, let me help you. Pray. Heavenly Father, I thank you because today you reminded me that I am not alone. I confess that there were times I let worries about money become greater than my trust in you. Please forgive me for only looking at what I lacked while forgetting your faithfulness. Please grant me the wisdom to manage what you entrust to me. Please help me work with faithfulness, live with gratitude, and make decisions that reflect your love and truth. Whatever my circumstances today, I choose to believe that you are still with me. I choose to walk in your peace. I choose to hand my future into your hands. In the name of Jesus Christ, Amen. My beloved child, if you have just prayed with your whole heart, keep that prayer in the coming days. Do not let it be just the emotion of a moment. Let it become the way you live. Every morning, before you look at your account, look to me. Before you look at the bills, remember my faithfulness. Before you make an important decision, seek wisdom from me. Do not think those small steps are insignificant. It is those small decisions, repeated every day, that will shape your life. My child, I still have one last thing I want to say to you. It is what I want you to carry with you after this conversation ends. Do not leave, because my final word for you is not about money. It is about hope, about peace, about my presence, and about the promise that no matter what season of life you walk through, you will never have to walk alone. My beloved child, now, before you leave this conversation, I want you to be silent for a moment. Do not rush to stand up. Do not let thoughts about work tomorrow return immediately. Do not let the numbers you always worry about occupy your mind once more. Just a little more. Stay with me. Let my presence touch the deepest places in your heart. My child, when this conversation ends, your circumstances might not change immediately. There might still be bills you have to pay. There might still be unanswered questions. There might still be doors you are patiently waiting to open. But I pray that one thing has changed. That is the direction of your heart. I hope that from today, whenever worries about money knock on the door of your heart, you will remember my voice. Not the voice of fear, not the voice of despair, but the gentle voice that always reminds you, my child, I am here. Do not forget that. When you see what you do not have, remember what I have provided. When you feel you are too small before the burdens, remember that I am greater than all those burdens. When you think you have to manage all alone, remember that I never asked you to carry the whole world on your shoulders. I only invite you to walk with me, day by day, step by step. My child, there are things I will change according to my timing. There are things I will let you learn through each season. There are things I will use to make your faith mature. But in every season of life, there is one thing that will never change. That is, my love for you. There is no time you have more that I love you more, nor is there a time you have less that I love you less. My love does not increase when you succeed, and it does not decrease when you fail. You are always my beloved child. Hold fast to that truth. There will be days you feel strong enough. There will also be days you just want to give up. On both of those days, I am still beside you. There will be days you raise your voice in thanksgiving. There will also be days your prayers are only tears. On both of those days, I am still listening. There will be seasons you see doors opening. There will also be seasons you must continue waiting. In both of those seasons, I am still faithful. My child, I want you to remember that the greatest wealth is not having a lot of possessions. The greatest wealth is having a heart that always knows it belongs to me. It is having a peace that no fluctuation can steal away. It is having a faith that stands firm when circumstances change. It is having a hope that is not extinguished by immediate difficulties. That is a treasure no one can take from you. And when you live with that treasure, you will learn to manage everything I entrust with wisdom, gratitude, and love. My child, do not fear tomorrow. You do not know tomorrow, but I know. You do not see the whole road, but I see. You cannot control everything that will happen, but I am still holding history in my hands. Therefore, do not place your hope in fragile things. Do not let your heart be swept away by the fluctuations of the world. Anchor your soul in me, because I am the unchanging God. If one day you feel yourself beginning to worry again, remember today's conversation. Remember that I called you. I saw you. I heard your voice. I have never turned my back on you. Open my word. Pray. Seek wisdom, and then continue to walk on. Do not let fear stop you. Do not let waiting make you lose hope. Do not let pressure make you forget the one who has preserved you throughout your past journey. My child, before I finish, I want you to do one thing. Put down every burden right now, not because they have disappeared, but because I am inviting you to hand them over to me. Hand over to me the things you cannot control. Hand over to me the decisions that still confuse you. Hand over to me the fears you have never told anyone. Hand over to me even the dreams you are afraid to hope for one more time. I do not promise you a path without trials, but I promise to be with you on every step of that path. I do not promise that you will never have to wait, but I promise that waiting in me is never meaningless. I do not promise that you will understand everything today, but I promise to continue guiding you with my wisdom, love, and grace. Therefore, lift your head up, take a deep breath, step into the new day with a more peaceful heart. Not because you know what will happen, but because you know the one who is journeying with you, and every time worry returns. Whisper, Lord, I trust you, just that much. I will hear. I will be with you. I will continue to guide you, my beloved child. Thank you for staying until the last minute. Thank you for opening your heart. Do not forget that this conversation does not end when the video closes. I will still continue to speak to you when you seek me in my word. I will still be with you when you pray. I will still uplift you in your weak days. I will still grant you wisdom when you need to make decisions. I will still guard your heart in peace when you choose to trust me. Walk forward. Work with faithfulness. Love with your whole heart. Manage the things I entrust with wisdom. Live with gratitude. And never forget, you do not walk alone. I go before you. I walk beside you. I uplift you when you are tired. I preserve you when you are weak. I love you with a love that never changes. I am with you. I have never left you. The best is still ahead as you continue to walk in faith and trust in me. I love you. Amen.